Guys, am I audible to all of you? Please message. बच्चों मेरी आवाज आप सब तक क्लियर है तो फटाफट से मैसेज करिए. Am I audible to all of you? बच्चों अगर मेरी आवाज आप सब तक क्लियर है तो फटाफट से मैसेज करिए. Am I audible to all of you? Yes, friends. Am I audible to all? Please message fast. Then we will start the session. अगर मेरी आवाज आप सब तक क्लियर है बच्चों तो फटाफट से मैसेज करिए. Then we will start the session. चलिए. So today we will start with a very important topic that is regarding to middle income trap. What is this middle income trap and why this is so much in news? ये middle income trap क्या होता है और ये इतना न्यूज में क्यों है? We will discuss that today. What is this middle income trap and why this middle income trap is so much in news? We will discuss that. Okay, so let's start the session. Let's begin the session. What is the meaning of middle income trap? Middle income trap. What is the meaning of this middle income trap? Good morning, Khushi. Shaheen, good morning. What is this middle income trap and what is the usage of this middle income trap, or what we can say why this middle income trap is so prevalent in world economies right now? So first of all, the middle income trap refers to the middle income trap. The middle income trap refers to a situation. The middle income trap refers to a situation where a country after reaching middle income status, after reaching middle income status, failed to move to high income status, due to structural limitations competitive issues and lack of innovation it is coined by World Bank. It applies especially to countries with per capita income between $1,000 to $10,000 to $12,000. That means any amount that is between 1,000 to 10,000, or we can say roughly 12,000. It will be more better if we will say per capita income between $1,000 to $12,000. Between $1,000 to $12,000. Now, What is middle income trap? Good morning. Thank you so much, Sneha. Good morning, Ahad. ठीक है. So what is middle income trap? The middle income trap refers to a situation where a country after reaching middle income status failed to move to high income status due to structural limitation, competitive issues and lack of innovation. It is coined by World Bank. It applies especially to countries with per capita income between $1,000 to $12,000. Again, I'll tell you क्या होता है middle income trap. Refers to a situation when a country after reaching middle income status they are failed to move to high income status because of limitation, competitive issues, lack of innovation. This term is coined by World Bank. बेटा अब आवाज आ रही है, एक बार चेक करिए. एम आई राइट नाउ ऑडिबल? अभी आवाज क्लियर है सबको? अहद शाहीन, अभी आवाज क्लियर है सबको? अहद शाहीन, अभी आवाज क्लियर है? फटाफट से मैसेज करके बताइए. अभी आवाज क्लियर है? या सो मिडिल इनकम ट्रैप मतलब व्हेन अ कंट्री इज ट्रैप्ड इन a certain level of income and not able to move beyond that. And what is that level? That is $1,000 to $12,000. That is $1,000 to $12,000. Yani ki when a country is stuck in between this, $1,000 to $12,000, we called it middle income trap. मैं इसको और थोड़ा सा क्लियर लिख देता हूं ताकि just a second. Between $1,000 to $12,000. Okay, this is middle income trap. Now, if we talk about what are the causes of middle income trap, what are the causes of middle income trap? What are the causes of middle income trap? The first is rising wages, rising wages, falling competitiveness, falling competitiveness, rising wages, falling competitiveness, wage increases when continuous growth, wage increases when continuous growth is observed in country, continuous growth is observed in country, it erode cost, advantage over advantage over low income countries, advantage over low income countries, but lack of innovation and technology, but lack of innovation and technology, but lack of innovation and technology, but lack of innovation and technology to compete with high income countries, to compete with high income countries. What does that mean? Good morning, Mamuna. What does that mean? So, rising wages, falling competitiveness. Wage increase when continuous growth is observed in country. It erode cost advantage over low income countries, but lack of innovation and technology to compete with high income countries. You are not able to compete with high income countries, although the rising wages and falling competitiveness give you the edge over the low income countries, but still in comparison to the developed countries you are falling below. Regional disparity in per capita income reflect difference in regional development. It arises due to variation. सिंपल, बिकॉज आपने फैक्टर ऊपर खुद ही लिख रखे हैं, खुशी आपने खुद से ही फैक्टर्स लिख रखे हैं. एजुकेशन, हेल्थ और रिसोर्सेज जो होते हैं वो किसी पर्टिकुलर जगह पे कम होते हैं, किसी पर ज्यादा होते हैं, बिकॉज ऑफ मोर इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन, बिकॉज ऑफ मोर डेवलपमेंट प्रोस्पेक्ट, बिकॉज ऑफ मोर रिसोर्सेज इन दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया. ओके, नेक्स्ट, स्टैग्नेंट प्रोडक्टिविटी. स्टैग्नेंट प्रोडक्टिविटी. Stagnant productivity. Growth growth in early stage. Growth in early stage. Growth in early stage is led by cheap labor, cheap labor, cheap labor, export and infrastructure, later productive growth got stagnant due to poor education, due to poor education, weak institutions, and lack of research development, lack of R&D. Now this is again very important aspect. Lack of R&D. This is again a very important aspect. What is that? Growth in early stages led by cheap labor, export and infrastructure, but later productivity growth got stagnant due to poor education, weak institutions and lack of research and development. This is the second thing. Sir, after complete class lectures, is it necessary to do this YouTube class? Neha, if you will do these classes, this will help you to cover the current affairs part also. The class get over in July. Okay. Now, any current affairs that is in news in August, September, how you will cover this thing? Although this program, I don't know when which date it will go, but specific current affairs we are covering here. I am not saying that this class will go for long, but specific current affairs we are covering here topic wise. So in long run it is good for you if you attend these sessions. ओके मैं ये तो नहीं कह सकता कब तक ये वाला सेशन चलेगा, लेकिन ये वाले जो सेशन है इसमें कुछ ऐसे टॉपिक्स आई एम पिकिंग जो कि करंट अफेयर्स में काफी न्यूज में चल रहे हैं बहुत टाइम से. ओके, सो दिस इज सेकंड पॉइंट. थर्ड, लिमिटेड इंडस्ट्रियल upgradation. Limited is industrial upgradation. Now what that? Failure to move from failure to move from failure to move from basic manufacturing failure to move from basic manufacturing to high value sector hamper the growth. Okay, so failure to move from basic manufacturing to high value sector hamper the growth. That means if you are continuously producing only those things that you are producing right from 10, 15, 20 years and you are not upgrading yourself, then also it is a major concern. Fourth, skill deficit and poor education. Skill deficit and poor education. Workers are often not workers are often not workers are often not workers are often not trained for innovation driven sector mismatch between skills supplied and skill demanded. Then fifth, weak institutions and policy paralysis. Weak institution and policy paralysis. Bureaucratic hurdles, red tapeism, corruption, weak enforcement of law, lack of long-term vision, and economic reforms. These are the major concerns. So limited in industrial upgradation, skill deficit and poor education, weak institution and policy paralysis. These are the major challenges the economy is facing. I hope it has been clear to you. What are the major concerns or major issues? Now, what will be the consequence then? What will be the consequence of this? Consequence of middle income trap. What will be the consequence of middle income trap? First, slow growth. First is slow growth. GDP growth get stagnant. GDP growth get stagnant. GDP growth get stagnant. GDP growth gets stagnant. Per capita income reduce. per capita income reduce. The per capita income get reduced. Second, investment decline. Investment decline. There is decline in investment. Investor move to investor move to investor move to other economies. Investor move to other economies. Brain drain. Brain drain. Brain drain. Skilled individuals. Skilled individuals migrate to rich countries. Migrate to rich countries. Migrate to rich countries. Inequality rises. Inequality rises. Urban rich get the benefit more, and rural poor left behind. Rural poor left behind. Fifth, social unrest. Social unrest. Youth unemployment. Youth unemployment. Youth unemployment. Dissatisfaction arise. These are the consequences of middle income trap. These are the consequences of middle income trap. These are the consequences. First, slow growth, GDP growth stagnant, per capita income reduce, investment decline, investor move to other economies, brain drain, skilled individuals migrate to rich countries, inequality rises, urban rich benefit, rural poor left behind, social unrest, youth unemployment and dissatisfaction arise. These are the major consequences of middle income trap. These are the major consequences of middle income trap. Now, how can a country escape this? How can a country escape this? How can a country escape this? कोई कंट्री इस ट्रैप से कैसे बच सकता है? How can a country escape this? First is invest in human capital. Invest in human capital. Invest in human capital. That is quality education. Quality education. Quality education. Vocational training. Vocational training. Vocational training. Digital skilling. Digital skilling. Digital skilling. Research and development. Research and development. Research and development. Ecosystem. Ecosystem. In universities. In universities and institutions and industries. Universities and industries. Second, promote innovation. Promote innovation. Promote innovation. Promote tech startups. Promote tech startups. Promote tech startups. Intellectual property. intellectual property creation, intellectual property creation, and focus on high value export. Focus on high value export. Focus on high value export. Third, part of global supply chain. Part of global supply chain. Part of global supply chain. Shift from assembling to shift from assembling to designing, shift from assembly to designing, raw material to high tech manufacturing, high tech manufacturing, high tech manufacturing. Example, chip designing, semiconductor chips design, chip design of semiconductors, chip design of semiconductors, aerospace, electronic vehicle, and green hydrogen. These are the part of global supply chain. These are the part of global supply chain. Asmit, good morning. First is invest in human capital, quality education, vocational training, digital skilling, research and development, ecosystem in universities and industries. Promote innovation, promote tech startups, intellectual property, creation and focus on high value export. Part of global supply chain, shift from assembling to designing raw material to high-tech manufacturing. Example, chip design of semiconductor, aerospace, EV and green hydrogen. These are the specific things. Apart from that, is strengthening of institutions. Strengthening of institutions. Regulatory reform, judicial efficiency, ease of doing business, better taxes and incentives. Fifth, focus on inclusive growth. India's manufacturing, or we can say, wait, इंडिया को हम थोड़ा बाद में लेते हैं. रूरल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर targeted subsidies, gender empowerment, and focus on financial inclusion. So rural infrastructure, targeted subsidies, gender empowerment, and focus on financial inclusion. This is how we can focus on inclusive growth. This is how we can focus on inclusive growth. Now, there might be a question, why India, why India, why India can fall in this trap? Why India can fall in this trap? This might be a question, why India can fall in this trap. The first thing is low manufacturing capacity, low manufacturing capacity. India's manufacturing India's manufacturing got stagnant. India's manufacturing got stagnant, and still trying, and India is still trying, India is still trying to enhance global manufacturing hub, to enhance global manufacturing hub, although weak infrastructure, high logistic cost, frequent power cuts hurt overall productivity. So these are the reasons why India can fall in this trap. First is low manufacturing capacity. India's manufacturing got stagnant and India is still trying to enhance global manufacturing hub. Although weak infrastructure, high logistic cost, frequent power cut hurt overall productivity of India. Second thing, if we focus on, that is low human capital development. Low human capital, skill ecosystem, is still weak, is still very weak. Skill ecosystem is still very weak, and unemployment is high. Unemployment is very high. Third, lack of formal quality job. Lack of formal quality job. Over 90% of Indian workforce, over 90% of Indian workforce, over 90% of Indian workforce are in informal sector. Hence, no proper regulations. Fourth, underinvestment in research and development. Underinvestment in research and development. The spending of government on R&D is very low, compared to other countries, compared to other countries, compared to other countries, and hence growth prospect remain stagnant. Growth prospect remain stagnant. Then fifth, high inequality and concentration of wealth. High inequality and concentration of wealth. Inequality is also very high and the concentration of wealth is still there. Rising inequality also reduce demand, slow down inclusive growth, and create social unrest. Then slow structural transformation. Structural transformation is still slow. India directly import from many countries and export prospect is weak because we jumped directly from agriculture to service sector, ignoring manufacturing. Ignoring manufacturing. And seventh, export weakness and lack of integration in global supply chain. These are the major reasons why we are saying India is still vulnerable for this middle income trap. India is still vulnerable to this middle income trap. Under investment in research and development, high inequality and concentration of wealth, is slow structural transformation, export weakness and lack of integration in global supply chain. These are the 7 points that we can say India is still vulnerable to this middle income trap. Now friends, if we talk about how India can come out of it, how India come out of this middle income trap. How India can come out of this middle income trap. First is push manufacturing growth. India need to push its manufacturing growth. Second, education and skill reform. Education and skill reform. Education and skill reform. Formal job creation. Formal job creation. We can create a formal job system. Raise research and development. Raise research and development expenditure or spending. Raise research and development spending. Apart from that, robust infrastructure. Robust infrastructure. Reduce inequality. Reduce inequality. Financial inclusion. Financial inclusion. Financial inclusion, manufacturing, education, skill reform, formal job creation, raise research and development spending, robust infrastructure, reduce inequality, financial inclusion, and inclusive growth. And inclusive growth. These are the factors if India adopt. These are the factors if India adopt. India can come out of this middle income trap, or India can protect itself from middle income trap. India can protect itself from this middle income trap by push manufacturing growth, education and skill reform, formal job creation. यहाँ पे मैं थोड़ा सा चेंज कर देता हूँ इसको इसको थोड़ा सा चेंज कर देते हैं. India's protection from middle income trap. How India can protect itself from middle income trap. How India can protect itself from this middle income trap. So guys, I hope you all get it. What is this middle income trap? How a country can avoid this middle income trap, how a country can fall into this middle income trap, how India can fall into this middle income trap, and how India can come out of this middle income trap. I hope it is being clear to you all. So that's all in this particular video. I hope you all liked it. If you all liked it, please comment, please share, subscribe the channel, please share the video as well. This is all from my side. If there is any doubt, you can please ask. If there is any doubt, any question, you can please ask. Otherwise, we will end the class, and tomorrow we will start with a new topic, that is microfinance. Tomorrow we will go with a new topic, that is microfinance. I am picking the important topics with respective to mains that will be really helpful for your oral preparation. Tomorrow's topic will be microfinance. Any other doubt? Any other question? Okay, guys, thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.